Hey, child, and welcome back to Endo Speaks, where I talk about our Heavenly Father living with endometriosis and my life as a single mom. Okay, so before we hop into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so that you guys never miss when I post another video. Okay, hey, child, I hope that you are doing well. I know it's been months and months since I've posted a video on this channel. Just been a lot going on, but I'm back. So today's video, we are going to get into endometriosis. I just recently had my fourth laparoscopic surgery, and that's what this video is all about. The process, days leading up until my surgery, the surgery itself, and all of the post-op things that I found out and what she found inside of my body. Okay, so if you are interested, stay tuned for the rest of this video. Hey babes, so today I am at the doctor's office. It is August 10th and I am about to go in for my pre-op. I will be having my fourth surgery for endometriosis next Friday, which is August 18th. And yeah, this is literally my first pre-op that I've ever done before my surgery. I don't know why I've never had a pre-op, but I don't think I have. I think I always went to the doctor and they told me, hey, we're gonna have the surgery, and then they call me and we have a conversation. That's pretty much about it. But anyways, this surgery, I am just a tad bit nervous. I'm not quite sure why. I think there's a few things that were unexpected. And so yeah, I mean, I'm only 35 and some things are like making me really sad and unhappy, but I'm going to go in here with a ton of questions and ask her and see what can be done. And hopefully I'm praying that, believing God that everything will be okay with the surgery and that everything will work out. So yeah, so let's go to the doctors. If you have watched my endo story, you know that I previously had 3 laparoscopic surgeries for endometriosis, and on August 18th, I just recently had my 4th. And honey, when I tell you, this recovery was complete trash, okay? But we'll get into all of that. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Just a quick rundown of my previous surgeries. So my first surgery was not for endometriosis. It was not to check for endometriosis. It was not for any of those purposes. My first surgery was simply to remove a cyst that I had on my, I believe, my right ovary. And as she did that, she discovered that, oh, okay, crap, this might be endometriosis. So she tested it, had to test it or whatever. And it came back that I did have endometriosis. But when she had went in the first time, she did clean up any, any endo that she saw. She did remove it. But it was later on that I found out that I had endometriosis. My second surgery was to remove my right ovary. I had that removed because my right side was like, man, I had so much pain on my right side. So they figured that it, would help me if they removed my right ovary. It did not. It did not help me at all. I still have the most pain on my right side. It has just recently, in the past, I want to say past year, been moving more so to my left, but still majority on my right side. My third surgery was simply just to clean up any endo because I was having a lot of pain. So that's why we decided to have the third surgery. Now, the good stuff, okay? And each of those surgeries, it only took me about a week to recover. And then the rest, I was up on my feet, doing my daily normal routine. but this fourth surgery here is a little bit different, okay? um, so I initially wanted to have this last surgery because I was having a lot of pain in my chest. My chest will be, it start hurting out of nowhere, and it'll last, or it'll like come and go, like right under my diaphragm, like right, you know, under my diaphragm. And I didn't know what it was. So I went to, of course, emergency multiple times. I did go to a doctor, and they ran all kind of tests, and nobody could find anything wrong with my chest at all. Like nothing. X-rays clean, everything good. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's thoracic endometriosis. And so that's why I wanted to have the surgery. I wanted them to go up and see if they could see any endo up there and get it out, because my chest at times be like on fire. Like it knocks the breath out of me sometimes. Like it's bad. So that's why I wanted to have the surgery. I wasn't too much thinking about them, just the regular endo, because like I'm used to it, and by having so many surgeries before, it was just like nothing really works. So, but yeah, that's why I wanted to have the surgery. Okay, so today is the 15th. It's Tuesday. I am about to go to the store to get things that I am going to need post surgery. Okay, it is 3 days before my surgery, and I'm not quite sure how to feel. I don't know. This surgery again is just very different from my previous 3 surgeries, and yeah, the whole process is different. Everything is different. So I am going to go pick up some things that I am going to need. Like a heating pad, what is it? An ice pack? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to need, but I'm just going to get some supplies of what I've seen other people get because I'm not quite sure. So, yeah, I have the comfy clothes. Yeah, I have food and all of that. I have a lot of people that's like going to be sending me food and dropping food off. I just feel so loved and so special. But yeah, it's a very rainy day. It's been raining all day, which is good because it helps you relax. It's a good feeling when it rains. But yeah, so leading up to this surgery, I was the most nervous. I was scared. And I think that's because I'm always going to look up stuff, okay? And so I decided to go on TikTok and look up people with stage 4 endometriosis. And some of their videos was just like, what? One girl, I think her surgery turned into like a 8 or 9 hour surgery, and one girl came out with half a bladder, and this other, I'm just like, what? Like, ain't nobody been in there in like 3 years. So I'm like, I wonder what she's going to find. And I was just nervous. I'm like, Lord, I don't want no issues. I don't want no complications. I don't want to come out jacked up. Like, I want to come out normal, like with all of my body parts, not half of anything, okay? And so I was just really, really nervous. And I was debating on like if I should even go through with it, or if I should just cancel the surgery and be like, girl, I'm fine. But obviously I stuck with it. I just prayed a lot. I prayed a lot, and I eventually stopped looking up other people's experience with their surgeries because I was scared. I was scared of myself. Like, there is no cure for endometriosis right now, but God. Okay, I am trusting and believing God for healing because He is the only way out of this situation. And yes, I am a God-fearing woman, and I trust and believe that God will heal me from endometriosis one day. Okay, because I will not continue to live my entire life with chronic pain. Okay? I will not suffer my entire life. Okay? It has got to end someday. So, yes. So, anyways, I really believe that. I like, seriously, I know I may have sounded like I was playing or whatever, but no, I truly believe that God is going to heal me from endometriosis. And okay, so right before I had my surgery, I had an ultrasound, right? This is when we determined for, no. So initially, when I told my doctor that I was looking to probably just having surgery because my chest was hurting so bad, she was kind of skeptical. She was like, well, let's try some different medications or whatever. And then she set me up with an ultrasound. So I had the ultrasound and they found two cysts on my ovary, one that was pretty big. So that's when we decided to go ahead and have the surgery.
Good morning. It is the morning of my surgery, and I am getting ready. I'm really about to head out. I just gotta take these earrings out, and I will be heading out to pick up my stepmom and head into the hospital. So, this morning I'm not really feeling nervous or anything. I'm just ready to get it over with. I'm ready to get it over with. I think I'm just really tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys after my surgery. All right.
It's the day of my surgery and I'm having a couple of different procedures. I'm having the laparoscopic surgery for endo. She's going to do a DNC. She did a DNC, and she removed the cyst. Was the plan? Okay. So the morning of, I was like nervous. I'm like, just please just get this over with. I'm ready to go. When I got there, like let's put this IV in. Let's go, because I'm ready to get this over with. Okay. I was over it. Okay. Just completely over it. So of course they come in, they tell you all of the things and all of that. And yeah, so obviously I wake up later. And come to find out, my surgery ended up lasting over 3 hours. She planned on being about around 2 hours, but yeah, my body had some things going on. Like, there's a lot going on in there. So let's get into these details, okay? All right, now I got pictures, but so if you don't want to see them, don't look. Okay. So my recovery, let's talk about that first. My recovery was trash. Okay, I had my surgery on the 18th of August, and usually a week later, I'm good. I'm able to walk. I'm able to do household chores, or whatever. And no, my first day, the hospital, well, the resident ended up sending my prescription to the hospital pharmacy when they were supposed to send it to CVS. So the first night I had no pain meds. None. I was in so much pain. Like, so much pain. And I had no pain meds. So I had to take Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol. Like, the night, the sleep, everything was just horrible. My chest was like on fire. Like, I saw videos of people talking about how their shoulder were hurt, or they had pain in like their neck and their shoulder, and pain in their chest, and just pain everywhere. And for my last 3 surgeries, I never experienced any of that. It was smooth sailing, little pain in my stomach, of course, cramping a little bit or whatever, but nothing to what I experienced this time around. Like, my throat, I've never had an issue with what is it? What am I trying to say? With the breathing tube. I've never had an issue with that. My throat never hurt. My throat was never scratchy or anything after surgery. This time, I couldn't even clear my throat properly. It was horrible. And so, yeah, so thank God the next morning my dad went to the hospital and got my prescription and brought it to me. Um, and normally I don't take all of it, but honey, I took all of it. Okay? Child, I am telling you, it was horrible. And so a week later, I went up to my daughter's school because she had open house because school was beginning to start. Um, and after we got left there, I had to come home and lay immediately. I had to lay down immediately because I was in pain. Okay, and the recovery time for laparoscopic surgeries is around 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks you should be up doing your daily routine, right? Just going back to work, doing you, living life, right? And, not for me. It was horrible. And I couldn't even get to see my doctor until, when did I see her? I saw her on the 1st. So it had been full 2 weeks. And it was not fun. But she was like, you definitely have stage 4 1,000%. I was like, oh, okay, it was that bad. Honey, it was that bad. Okay, so I'm going to get into these pictures. So if you don't want to see them, fast forward. Okay, so here, what am I going to show first? Let's get in here. So this right here, this picture here, can you see it? I got a glare. That is a cyst. That is the biggest cyst that they found. And it's huge. It looks pretty big. This picture here, oh, this glare. Oh no. Oh, my lighting sucks. But this is when they removed it. So that's it all cleaned up. So also I gotta figure it out, okay? Because these pictures are pictures. Here, okay, let's get into this. So my fallopian tube, did I just say that right? My fallopian tube was wrapped around my ovary, and my uterus and my ovary and all of that was like stuck together. It was like just big, it was all meshed together, okay? It was a hot hell. And she planned on doing like the DNC and all that kind of stuff first, but she couldn't. She could not. She was not able to even get inside of my uterus and try to move it around. She wasn't able to at all. It was like closed up, honey. It was like, you ain't getting in here. So they had to go ahead and do the laparoscopic side first in order to untangle all of the endo that had formed around my uterus and everything. So it's here, but I'm not sure if you can really tell. This is my uterus here, and my ovary and my tube wrapped around my ovary. Like, it was all just tangled up. It's insane how endometriosis forms and can just cause so much chaos in your body. It's amazing. And so she said that one of the reasons why you could be having so much pain is because when your organs are like all meshed together, they're pulling on each other when you like move or whatever. They're like pulling each other. Like, so it's like, oh, that makes so much sense. But anyways, she was able to untangle everything. She was able to remove the endo and release my tube and my ovaries and all of that. That's on my left side because I don't have it on my right anymore. But she was able to, get everything untangled. And they also put dye. I don't know what that's called, but she put dye in my tube to make sure that my tube was working properly. And it went through. They were both shocked. Both of the doctors that were working on me were both shocked that the dye went through because it was tangled up. And I'm not sure how long it was tangled up, when it got tangled up. I have no idea, obviously. Um, but she said it took over 3 hours to get everything right and working. But I do thank God for the fact that the dye went through my tube. My daughter will be 16 this year, and Lord willing, I would absolutely love to have another child. So that was great news for me because when she first told me that the cysts were on my left ovary, I cried because I did not know if she was going to be able to get the endo and say get all the endo off, the cyst off, and be able to save my ovary at the same time. Um, and so I was scared, you know. Um, so I thank God that everything went well. She also said that if I ever decide to have kids and I have to go to a fertility specialist, they probably are going to do the dye again. She said just because the dye went through does not mean that my tube is basically intact, right? Like it's not saying it's going to work the way it should work. But we believe in God. We believe in God that He's gonna work it out, and that it's all in His plan. It's all in His will. Come through Jesus. Okay, we trusted in Him. Okay. Um. So yeah, even inside of my uterus, bro, it was all jacked up. It was like squiggly and wobbly, and just she was just my body is just doing her own thing, but she was able to get in there because it's supposed to be like I'm not even gonna try to get into it. I don't know how to explain it, but she got it right. She got it to where it was supposed to be. Um. So yeah, and also, well, I'm not gonna get into that. That's a little TMS, so we gonna pass for it. We ain't gonna talk about it. But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of the surgery. Um. Yeah, she cleaned up what she could. She didn't see anything in my diaphragm. She looked up there. She said she didn't see anything. So I'm gonna have to set up another doctor's appointment to go find out what's going on with my chest. I also have to go see a couple of other doctors because she found some other things. She found in my gallbladder, I might have some stones in there. So I have to go see um, some other doctors to find out what's going on. Yay me, more issues, but that ain't nothing but the attack of the enemy, okay? Because I don't got time for this. But anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the surgery. So again, when I went to go see my doctor, it was at the 2 week mark, and usually that's when you go back to work and all of that. But she gave me an extra week off because I was still in pain. It was to the point where me washing my dishes was too much because immediately I would have to go lay down. Cleaning my room was hard because if I moved too much, I was in pain. Um, and it could just be due to the fact that she did so much to my body, and I've never had that much done. So that could be the reason. I mean, that has to be the reason as to why I was in so much pain. I'm better now, kind of, sorta, um, but it's been a very rough recovery. But thank God I made it through. And as far as the surgery helping with my pain and all of that, time will tell. That's not something that you can automatically tell right after surgery. Um, and for me, with my endo, I'm usually in pain at some point every week. Um, so I'll be able to tell soon here because I'm associating all of the pain that I've been having with my surgery. Um, So in the next couple of weeks, I should be able to tell if there's a difference or if the surgery pretty much didn't do anything for the endo pain. But yeah, there's not much medication that I can take now. Still, I've tried birth control, like so many forms. I even made a video about that. Um, I've tried Orissa, whatever it's called. I tried that. I've tried Lupron. I've tried. Is that it? I tried all the medications for endo, and nothing really seems to work well for me. Um, but I am. I always say I'm changing my diet because I am. I always do. But there has to be a way to change your diet, to change your lifestyle to help with endo pain. There's no possible way that there's nothing naturally that we can do to stop this pain or to reduce the pain at least. So I thought about doing Pilates. I've seen a lot of people talk about doing Pilates and how it helped with their endo pain. And see, for me, when I go to the gym, I'm like one of those hardcore girls where I'm like doing intense cardio. I'm gonna lift these weights, honey. I'm a squat for the gods, okay? Um, and so what I realized is that I can't. I can't go so hard. I can't be so intense because it's not good for my body. It's not good on my body. For me, not for you, for me. I've learned that that is too much on my body. So I have to step back and go at my pace and do what I can do for my body and for my pain. Okay. Um, Being on all of the birth control that I have been on over the years, I have gained a significant amount of weight. Yeah, everybody be like, "You look good, girl. You so cute." And I'm just like, "Thank you," but you know, it's okay. It's easy for somebody to be like, "You are beautiful. Your body is banging. This and this and that." But it's all about how you feel about on the inside, right? I don't feel comfortable um, with all this weight that I've gained. Not saying I don't look good, not saying that I don't love my body for where it's at right now, but I would like to lose a few pounds. Okay? And that's not wrong. That's not me saying I hate myself, I hate my body. That's just saying girl is getting out of hand, okay? Um but yeah, so I decided to go back on, what is that called? The slan. I made a video about that, how I was coming off of the slan. It's a form of birth control. It's estrogen. It's a birth control. And the only reason why I'm going back on that is because I just had my surgery, and hopefully doing this for a couple of months um, will help, suppress my pain or any new endo growing back or anything. Because, honey, I promise you, this is my last surgery. Okay? Lord, please, I pray that this is my last surgery. I don't have time to keep going back in there and I'm cutting on my doggone stomach. Okay? It's too much. They need to find a cure for endometriosis. They need to figure out how we get endometriosis and how they can treat it properly, okay? Because the fact that so many women are living with endometriosis is ridiculous, okay? The fact that we don't even know how we get endometriosis is ridiculous. Like, this whole endo thing is crazy. So many women be like, "Oh, she got endometriosis too. She got endometriosis too." What? I ain't never heard of endometriosis until the day I found out I had it. And I couldn't even say the word then. I was like, "What? What?" I'm sorry, I just went off on a whole tangent. But yes, it's ridiculous. And endo needs to come to an end because ain't no way in hell that we women should be suffering with such a chronic illness as endometriosis. And the fact that no one takes it seriously is crazy to me. It is a serious, serious condition. And I downplayed the surgery. Like, it's okay. It's just laparoscopic. It's fine. It's a major surgery. Did you know that? Did you know that a laparoscopic surgery is a major surgery? Girl, I didn't even know where I was going, but it's a major surgery, and I truly wish that there was another way to treat endometriosis besides cutting on us every 2 to 3 years. I think that is ridiculous, and I think that there has to be another way. Like there has to be another way. There has to be, because this is ridiculous. So, my only advice to women suffering with endometriosis is to really do your research. Do your research on endometriosis, because a lot of these doctors don't know what they're talking about. They don't even know how to properly treat endometriosis. So, we cannot hang off every word that they say pertaining to endometriosis. We can't. Make sure that when they are cutting on you, that it's necessary for them to cut on you. Yes, you have to have a laparoscopic surgery in order to be diagnosed with endometriosis. But besides that one surgery, make sure that you absolutely need surgery when they decide to cut on you again. Do your research. Find out things for yourself, because these doctors, honey, a lot of them are about their coins. They're about their coins, okay? Sadly, it's true. You have doctors out here that absolutely care about the well being of their patients. You do. And I think a lot of these women who specialize in endometriosis truly do care. But you have some doctors that don't even know what endometriosis is or even how to diagnose it. You're crazy. Okay? It's in your head, right? That's what they want to tell you. That's what I was told for years and years, that there's nothing wrong with me. So, I just want to go on a tangent again. But make sure that you are first with the right doctor and that you do your research. Okay? I can't stress that enough. Do your research. Okay? All right, babes. I will see you all next time. I hope that you guys have a marvelous week. I'm not sure when this video will be posted, but enjoy your week, your weekend, and I will see y'all all in my next video. All right. Bye.